Hi, welcome to our 2-Minute Tuesday for February 4th of 2014. My name is Roger Balser of Balser Wealth Management. The old adage warns that as January goes, so goes the year. The idea is if January is a positive month, then the rest of the year will follow. And if January is a bad month for the markets, then the rest of the year will also be down. Well, January of 2014 saw the S&P 500 slip by 3.5%. Will the rest of the year follow? We'll see. Today I'd like to take a look a little differently at the January effect. I like to call this a January barometer portfolio. As you know, sector relative strength is a very powerful concept, very effective over time, and a big part of what we do here at Balser Wealth Management. Typically, sectors that perform the best in January show some follow through in the rest of the year. Now, what you're looking at here is going back from 2003 to 2013, showing the subsector 12-month performance of the best sector versus the S&P 12-month performance. And what you see here is it's really outperformed very well, approximately an outperformance of 10.11% had you done this going all the way back to 2013. There are a couple of areas that you can see in 2008, 2010, and 2011 that it actually didn't perform as well. But 11 years of data is not long, but it adds to the pile of evidence which supports the case that January performance is indicative of future strength to come. As you can see again, you see about a 10.11 outperformance by buying the best subsector performance in January and holding it through the rest of the year. What I've done here is taken the best performers from January of 2014 in 10 different subsectors. You've got biotech in the number one ranking position with a 9.7% January 2014 gain, going all the way down to the number 10 position of aluminum with a 1.2. The S&P recorded a minus 3.56% for the January of 2014. What I also did here was I tried to put in some companies that we thought, and some stock recommendations for you to take a look at, screening basically by technically sound. They're all in a positive trend, some good technical attributes, and more importantly, they're all optional as well. As the strategy implies, these 10 listed sectors represent those areas that are likely to outshine the market going forward. Once again, this is not a recommendation, but trying to give you some ideas. If you take a look at precious metals, you could look at Stillwater Mining, drugs, Bristol Myers Squibb, airlines, Delta Airlines, real estate, BRE Properties, Fortune Brands, in the building materials department, aluminum, Kaiser Aluminum. Just a little bit of a different way to take a look at the January barometer portfolio. You may want to use this in something where you'd buy, put 10% in each different area and take a look at it a year from now and see what happens. Historically, this type of portfolio has done exceptionally well. Not a recommendation, again, just trying to give you some ideas on what's happening out there in a market that looks like it could be a difficult one going forward. Once again, next January 15, we'll come back, take a look at this portfolio, and see how it performed for us going forward. I'd like to take a quick moment to do a shout out to Alice and Cody at MAFC and Mike McGuire. Fabulous conference that we had in January down in West Palm. Wish the weather could have been a little bit warmer, but all in all, a great association to speak to and be associated with. Looking forward to the PTRA meeting that we are having out in Albuquerque, New Mexico in April, and hoping to hear back from Amar of the possibility of coming back out to Salt Lake City and talking with them. Please remember that any of the securities mentioned in this video are not a recommendation to buy or sell. Also, do not represent specific recommendations of Balser Wealth Management. If you're relying on a video for investment advice, you're making a big mistake. Would recommend you consult with your investment advisor